Well, if you look at the Asian community, it makes up 4% of the population of this country. And what has changed in the 30 years since I came to this country as a student from India is that there is now a meritocracy, and the Asians have just blasted through the glass ceiling, reaching the very top in every field you can imagine. And that 4% contributes double that proportion to the economy of this country. So it's doing well. And in Parliament now, you look at the House of Lords, we have 24 Asian members. You look at the House of Commons, there are 17. In the House of Commons, you've got 11 Labour, 6 Conservative. So the Asians are really coming to their fore. We've got a cabinet minister who's Asian. We've got the deputy leader of the Liberal Democrats.
So you think they've cut through in that sense, but are they adequately represented, bearing in mind the representation?
If you look at the proportion of population, you'd say there's about 3% in both houses. Fine. Slightly under, but pretty good, much better than where we were.
On its way.
Absolutely.
And when you did the split there in terms of party allegiance, all right, more Labour, but do you think that has also changed? I mean, predominantly the Asian vote, if you talked about it, would have voted Labour 20, 30 years ago. But has that changed?
That is changing as well. There's no question Labour are the more popular party overall. But the question is, will an Asian become Prime Minister of this country? And I've always said that there will be an Asian Prime Minister in my lifetime. But at the moment, only about 1 in 5 Asians think that's going to happen.
Oh, really? So you're a sort of individual isolation on that point, then?
I'm adamant there will be one.
OK. Dr. Chai Patel, the subject of immigration, particularly non-EU immigrants, in business terms, and the government wanting to set curbs because, of course, they can, has that made it difficult, particularly for people from the Indian subcontinent? Do you think it's a detrimental thing?
I don't think it's made it difficult for the Indian subcontinent. I think it's made it difficult generally in business. I think that mobility was part of what has worked and what has made the EU work, and I think it's a pity that we've gone that way. But if I can comment on the Asian vote, I think it's probably just as lazy and clumsy to talk about the Asian vote as it was about the Worcester woman and the Basildon man. I think what you need to look at now is that there are several generations. If I look at some of my older uncles, they probably behave more like Indians, and if I look at my nephews who were born here, they operate like regular Brits, you know, so even...
And so is it pointless then, political parties trying to actually tailor votes to the Asian vote?
Well, on the question of immigration, I think the government has made a serious mistake with this immigration cap. It is affecting higher education. The number of Indian students applying from India to British universities is plummeting. Academics, so many of our academics are foreign. At Oxford and Cambridge, 30% are foreign, and these immigration caps are affecting them. And in the curry restaurant industry desperately needs staff and chefs. And yes, we should set up schools, chef schools, but in the meantime, we need to have the flexibility. And the government is being too blunt about this. It is affecting business. Yes,
and I suppose in terms of other Asian-friendly policies then, Dr. Chai Patel, what about plans to restrict the number of dependents brought into the country? Would that have a negative impact on the Asian vote here?
Definitely, given the relevance of family and the way family works, that is something that would be seen as hugely negative.